Introduction: The magic of the tipping point. Hey there! Let's dive into Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Tipping Point. In this book, Gladwell introduces us to the fascinating concept of the tipping point. It's that magical moment when small changes or actions suddenly have a huge, often surprising impact. He argues that understanding how and why these tipping points happen can help us make sense of how social and cultural phenomena unfold. Chapter 1: The 3 Rules of Epidemics. Now, Gladwell lays out 3 fundamental rules that govern how epidemics, whether they're diseases or social trends, spread. The law of the few: Gladwell talks about how a small group of influential folks, which he calls connectors, mavens, and salesmen, play a big role in spreading ideas and trends. Connectors have vast social networks, mavens are experts at gathering and sharing information, and salesmen are just really persuasive communicators. The stickiness factor: this rule is all about making sure that ideas or messages stick with people. They need to be memorable and resonate deeply. The power of context: Gladwell emphasizes how the environment and the context in which things happen can make a massive difference. Even small changes in the environment can lead to significant shifts in behavior. Chapter 2: The Law of the Few: Connectors, Mavens, and Salesmen. Let's dive deeper into the first rule, the law of the few. Gladwell explains how connectors, folks with extensive social networks, are like social superstars who help ideas spread fast. Mavens, on the other hand, are knowledge gurus who love to share what they know, and salesmen are the champs at convincing others to jump on board with ideas or products. Chapter 3: The Stickiness Factor: Sesame Street, Blue's Clues, and the Educational Virus. In this chapter, we're talking about making ideas stick. Gladwell drives home the point that ideas need to be memorable and engaging. He uses examples from kids' TV shows like Sesame Street and Blue's Clues to show how slight tweaks in content and presentation can make a world of difference in terms of learning and engagement. Chapter 4: The Power of Context, Part 1: Bernie Goetz and the Rise and Fall of New York City Crime. Let's shift gears a bit and look at how the context shapes our behavior. Gladwell takes us through the story of Bernie Goetz, the guy who shot 4 youths on a New York City subway in the 80s. It's a fascinating look at how the city's crime rate was influenced by the environment and social norms. Chapter 5: The Power of Context, Part 2: The Magic Number 150. In this chapter, we explore the importance of group size and something called Dunbar's number, which suggests that we can comfortably maintain social relationships with around 150 individuals. Gladwell shows us how group dynamics and social connections can influence our behavior and how ideas spread. Chapter 6: Case Study, Rumors, Sneakers, and the Power of Translation. Gladwell brings these concepts to life with some real-life case studies. We'll see how rumors, fashion trends, and even the way we translate messages can have a massive impact on how ideas spread. Chapter 7: Case Study, Suicide, Smoking, and the Search for the Unsticky Cigarette. In this chapter, we're delving into how social norms and group dynamics can affect personal choices like smoking and even something as serious as suicide. Gladwell talks about the role of influencers in changing behavior and how positive change is possible. Chapter 8: Conclusion, Focus, Test, Believe. Finally, we wrap it all up in the conclusion. Gladwell drives home the point that understanding the tipping point can help us create positive change. He encourages us to focus on key influencers, test our ideas, and have faith that even small actions can lead to significant transformations. So, there you have it. The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell gives us valuable insights into how social epidemics work and the factors that lead to significant changes in society. It shows us the importance of individuals who can spark these tipping points and how context and memorable ideas play a critical role.